is Lighthouse Shock Jock number 5. And my God, it has been, what, a good 2-3 months since I've been even thinking about this project at all, honestly, which is kind of sad. But, you know, a lot of stuff has happened, I would say, in life, so to speak, over the last 2 or 3 months. By the way, this is going to be the first good episode of Lighthouse Shock Jock so far, so if you've listened to 1 through 4, consider your time fucking wasted. Just down the drain. It is gone. It is over. But I don't know. I don't know what I mean by that. I think it's because I've gone through, like, so many, like, life-altering changes recently that I've begun to kind of rethink what I even want to do with this, whether or not I'm even, like, cut out to do this at all. And there are a couple different things that have led me down that path, first of all. Now, I'll talk about some of the life stuff, I'm sure, maybe as the show goes on, or, you know, since I'm trying to keep these at around an hour now, and I've got a plan for what the meat of the show is going to be. I'm unleashing some of the haterade, by the way. I think part of the reason that I didn't want to do this over the last couple months is because I've been, like, depressed as fuck. And part of that is, I don't know, it came from, like, the existential crisis of, you know, not only the what the fuck am I doing in life, but more the, like, I'm seeing the results of what has happened throughout a lifetime of fucking up and, you know, being a complete failure. No, trust me, it's not as bad as it sounds. It's really not as bad as it sounds. But, you know, I've been giving some stuff a good old think. I've been letting it, you know, do a high amount of marination, and it's going to come out better. You know, I almost thought about turning the camera on for this time, for this episode, because first of all, you know, I'm trying to stay anonymous, but at the same time, do I really give that much of a fuck? Like, the amount of inflammatory stuff that I either have said already or am going to say is insane. And the people that have more haterade than I do in their system, and that's going to be the theme of tonight's episode, by the way, is just complete, absolute catharsis. I'm going to let it all out. Primarily the stuff that, you know, I've been, like, watching over the past couple months, and the stuff that has just absolutely infuriated me that I'm just going to let out. You know, we're going to watch it together, by the way. We're going to watch some of this stuff together. And I'm going to hopefully, I say hopefully as though that's a good thing, inject all of you guys also with some of the haterade so that you can fucking detest and hate normies as much as I do. Because another thing that I've been coming to learn recently is that I spend so much of my time doing, like, podcasting, quote unquote. Now, before Lighthouse Shock Jock, I did some other stuff with some friends that I just kind of forced into it, and you know, the rest is history. I mean, it didn't quite work out. There came a point where I was not having fun. I know they were not having fun. It was more of an obligation, and, you know, you got to be having some kind of fun while you're doing it. But the old stuff didn't work out, right? So started off bare bones doing this, and right, so this is the part where I stop and think about what I'm actually trying to say instead of just fucking blurt out the nonsense like I have been doing. What? You got to stop and think about what you're saying? The fuck does that mean? Does that mean? I don't know, man. I don't fucking know. I don't know any of this shit. So, I don't know. I've been, like, giving some thought to a lot of stuff recently, particularly my influence by old radio. Like, I have this very nostalgic view towards old radio, right? And it doesn't just come from some of the stuff that has influenced me and what I want to do. I've talked publicly about, how Howard Stern was such a big influence, how I enjoyed him back in the day, right? And even the ones here in the closest I'll go to doxing is the Florida area, right? Now, there's a particular Florida area that was very known for its like talk radio kind of scene, right? I'm not going to say the region again. Don't want to self-dox, even though, spoiler alert, I'll talk about this later at some point too. I don't think I'm going to be in Florida for very much longer, but we'll get to that as it may come. But I was influenced by that. It was what I listened to growing up, and one of the things that I talked about towards the end of the last run of quote unquote podcasting as a career, right, is this idea that I developed parasocial relationships with the people that I listened to, right? And so part of that was between a lifetime of that and also a lifetime, as I got older and, the balls dropped and my voice got a little bit, more prime for shock jockey radio type work. I eventually tried to put those two together, right? And one of the things that I was also influenced by, a very strange word to use here in 2023, influenced, given how prevalent that is in our culture and how fucking stupid it is. I fucking hate influencers so goddamn much, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Look, this is the show where all the haterade comes out, right? We're going to watch it together, chat. Well, not chat. This is not a fucking live show anymore. It's a fucking podcast, not chat. It's been like what? What's now? It's August. I've had 8 months of not doing that, and all of a sudden it just comes back out. Repressed trauma. No. But so I was influenced by a lot of that stuff, right? And putting the two of them together, what I found, or the conclusion that I came to, what the conclusion that old me came to was that similar to what you had to do in radio, right? In what the Sirius XM, what the satellite people called, quote, terrestrial radio, right? Which I get is just, a marketing term by fucking elitists in satellite radio, basically just trying to demonize terrestrial radio, even though it's the same fucking thing, literally the same fucking thing. But regardless, one of the things that I was trained to believe as I tried to reverse engineer what makes a radio show work, right, is this idea that you had to have this mass appeal, that you had to try to appeal to every demographic, right? You've got to appeal to, at least try to appeal to, in order to maximize your ratings, right? Because you're on terrestrial radio, I say terrestrial radio unironically, but it's meant to be ironic. Trust me. Trust. But as I did that, right, I was trained to believe that you had to have as wide of an appeal as possible. You had to try and hit every demographic, men, women, all racial demographics, right? And, in order to do that, the thing that started to cause me to in recent times, fall out of love with radio is the idea that, and you will reach this conclusion too, right? The moment I say it, it's probably something that you know of. It's just maybe not something that you actively think about when you listen to radio, right? Particularly radio that's not just music, which I get that seems to be, at least around here, the primary ratings juggernaut is music radio. But in order to appeal to every single demographic, right, what you have to do is you have to be kind of bland and generic and milquetoast, and you have to be you have to have fucking normie takes. You can step right up to the corporate line, and you can't step over that, otherwise you're not appealing to every demographic. And what if you're trying to get women to listen to you? And there came to be a point where even the shows, even the hosts that I loved and still kind of enjoy from a distance to this day, even though I have kind of fallen out of love with just about every person in that industry. And I'm being somewhat vague because, look, if I talk specifically about who I'm talking about here, which, I've said it publicly on the show, too. If you've listened to past episodes, you can probably put, like, fucking 2 and 2 together. But, or even if you listen to the last iteration of the podcast project, what was formerly on this channel, before it became Lighthouse Shock Jock. More on that in just a moment. But I started to fall out of love with that, right? Because I hated the idea that you had to, like, appeal to everybody. That you have to appeal to the lowest common denominator. That you had to appeal to every demographic. And, I'm just not that person, man. I'm just not that person. I'm finding, and this is a very bad quality in me, by the way. And if you have this kind of quality, trust me, I'm not the person that's got the answer, because I hate people. Like, this sounds so goddamn bad, right? It sounds so fucking bad that I hate most people, which is bad. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't hate, like, specific demographics of people. I hate people. I hate all of people in general. Like, I hate most of them. I fucking hate normies. I fucking hate, the fact that, like, 3 or 4 times a day I'll get a text from fucking normie friends, and I look at the fucking message preview, and it's Instagram.reel, and it's just a fucking generic stupid-ass Instagram reel that's some fucking normie shit. Oh, all right, stop it now. Control yourself. I hate Instagram Reels so goddamn much. I almost hate them more than TikTok. Which, by the way, TikTok was a platform when I was doing old radio that I used to, like, have some degree of success on, because I did that exact thing. I had to, like, dumb it down to appeal to every fucking casual Zoomer, generic broccoli-haired Zoomer idiot fucking drools on themselves. I don't know what's going on. I'm just scrolling the TikTok and I see a funny video. Instagram reels are the same shit. And, I hate it. I've started ignoring, like, either half of them, or I'll respond with, like, the fucking cry laughter emoji face, even though I don't watch it, because I fucking hate normie Instagram reels so goddamn much. I swear to God, if anybody's listening, the next person to send me a fucking generic normie Instagram reel, I'm blocked forever. It's over. It's fucking over. It's over for everybody. That's not true. I'm going to continue to pretend to like the Instagram reels, because here's the thing, like, you can't go full on psycho, right? Because then you're just fucked. You're just fucked. Your social life is fucked. You won't ever be able to, like, talk to anybody ever again, because you have this common detest for normies that I do. And, I'm getting to a point now, and that's honestly why I'm, like, kind of, I was going to just drop the project. I went 3 months. I was going to just drop fucking Lighthouse Shock Jock. I went 3 months without literally doing anything for it, because I spent the last 3 months fucking, having a midlife crisis, just fucking sitting in bed all day. Although the last month, I'll go on my fucking sleep schedule rant again in a little bit, but I already forgot what I was going to say before that, so might as well just do it. Which the last month has been, somewhat positive, actually. What I've been doing is, still got a lot of problems in life, but, maybe I'll talk next time about some of that stuff. Although the not autistic part of me knows that, nobody really fucking cares, so what would be the point? And I'll get to those, like, rage bait videos that we're talking about in a little bit, but I gotta let stuff off my chest first. Rather than go to therapy, I'm sitting here in front of a fucking microphone with a background that I made move faster, by the way. But it's not moving. Don't ignore the fact that it's moving faster if you're watching the YouTube video. It's not moving at all. If you think it's moving, you're on drugs, by the way. I'm not going to stop that bit. Look, I've evolved a lot over the last 3 months in terms of what I want to do with the show, but, that's not one of them. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. So, I don't know. I actually feel kind of good right now, because I lost the 20 pounds that I gained throughout this entire year. Because what I'll do is I'll get off work at, like, 5. And if it's a day that I have to drive to the office, I'll get home at, I don't know, maybe 6 or 7 o'clock. And then I'll go to sleep, right? And then I'll wake up at, like, 2 or 3 a.m. and that's just my wake up time, and I'll use that time to go to the gym, right? Because fucking nobody's there. Nobody's there. I love it. You know, the times that you go in the middle of the day or even in the middle of the morning, no matter what, it's full of fucking drooling, broccoli-haired Zoomers that have like fucking 4 people standing around one machine, and none of them are using the machine. It's that there's 4 people watching a fucking empty machine sitting around there like just chatting. What? What are you there for? Don't you have college to go to? There's a... I would dox myself again by giving out any more information than that, but... that's inevitable. Oh, man, I hate Zoomers so goddamn much. Except for the 1 in 20 of you that are, like, that have a functioning brain, that are not, like, drooling, broccoli-haired monkeys. That's not a racial term, by the way. Look, I used to be in esports, and in esports, you just call people monkeys. That's just how it is, man. That's how it goes. I'm calling all races, creeds, and religions. Any one of you Zoomers could be a monkey. I don't care. Come at me. Cancel me if you must. Here's the thing. I will continue to sit here and do this no matter how much you try to cancel me, because I don't care. I don't care about anything. So, one of the things that I realized, right? Oh, yeah, I remember what I was trying to talk about earlier. One of the things that I realized, and the reason that I even started this up and like did episode 5, right? And like revived the project rather than just kind of let it die and fade into obscurity, is because I realized that, you know what? My target audience is not normies. Like, I don't give a fuck. If I have to sit here and, you know, do a really, really slow process to try and find the people that I fuck with and the people that I vibe with, right? Fucking Zoomer term. The people that I vibe with. Just on God, for real, for real. Oh, God, there's some new fucking Zoomer terms that I swear to God. Like blood? What? What is that? That's not even a word. That's not even a word. Not that any of the other Zoomer words are actual words, but... excuse me. Regardless. God, I hate everything. I hate everything so fucking much. And you know, that's my target audience, is people that fucking hate everything so goddamn much. People that are like just as autistic as me, that, you know, that also just happen to fucking hate normies as much as I do. And maybe, you know, I'm just zipping the haterade a little bit too hard right now, but, you know, I hate everybody. I hate everything. And this is what I'm doing instead of going to therapy. Although, funnily enough, my brother is going to therapy right now. He actually went to... he's in an AA program now, or like an NA program right now, because it got to a point where like he was abusing stuff so hard. That just seems to be how it is in the restaurant industry, man. You just get wrapped up in so much bad stuff that it eventually takes hold of you. And that happened to him. So he had a cleansing experience, right? And our family was fortunate enough to be in a situation where we had connections to like a complete fucking few states away somehow. But therapy seems to be helping him. And so it got me to think that, you know, a person as hard-headed as him, I'm just as hard-headed, right? Therapy could probably help me too. I mean, if my job doesn't let me work remote, I'm probably going to have to leave it soon, because I will be moving to Tennessee with the rest of my family in the near future, in the next couple months. So I might as well use it while I got it. Apparently therapy helps, even though I've been incredibly distrustful of it, because probably for the same reasons that he has. And it's one of the reasons that, you know, my eyes kind of got open to it, is because it seems to be working out well for him. And he has the same reservations about it that I do. That, you know, what are you going to do? What else can you do besides just go fucking take action on stuff? Sitting around thinking about shit is pointless. So, I don't know. Might go do that. But, oh yeah, so that's what I decided. That, you know, I'm going to revive this project. And instead of try and play to the lowest common denominator like I was doing before, I'm just going to go all out on saying exactly what I mean, what I want to say. And you know what? If it just so happens to be a metric fuck ton of haterade, then so be it. so be it. I don't care. I will eventually find the people that fuck with it and not try and appeal to a generic normie audience that spends all fucking day scrolling TikTok and Instagram finding tee-hee funny video reel. Haha, tee-hee. Did you see the latest viral TikTok? I swear to God, where's my shotgun sound effect? I swear to God, fucking end it all. End it all right now. If I get another one of those fucking videos, or if somebody texts me right now that says, like, fucking Instagram.reel, and that's the fucking URL in the preview, and that's the only thing, it's just a fucking Instagram reel. I don't care. I don't care. Get me out of this world. Get me out. But, yeah, so I will continue to do this just completely unleashed. Absolutely incredibly unleashed. You thought the first 4 episodes were unleashed? I was still even trying in those first Jesus fucking Christ. Let's slow it down here. Even in those first 4 episodes, I was still trying to, like, kind of subtly use all the old skills, the old, like, radio skills to try and appeal to everybody, and we want everybody to listen, and anybody could be a potential audience member. You know, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck, dude. Normies are not my target audience, you know, and I'm ready to accept that. I'm just straight up ready to accept it. If it just so happens that, like, you know, the fucking Twitter or X now, thanks, Elon. I actually don't hate it, but if it just so happens that, like, the very deep corners of the social media crowd just so happen to be the only people that we're reaching or that I appeal to at all, then, you know, so be it. So be it. I don't care. I'm done fucking appealing to normies. I'm actually thinking about deleting Twitter too soon, because it honestly, it's becoming the same shit, just in text form, to where, like, you see the formula, especially now that Elon is paying people for engagement. That's just making shit worse. It's like, you can see the formula. It's like a very bad take that's just clearly for engagement bait, and you can tell which ones are just so clearly for engagement bait that it's just so fucking banal, and I'm tired of it. It's all the same shit, too. It's like, who can be the most vile takester of the day? Like, shut the fuck up. Shut up. I don't know, maybe that's just my negativity in life in general coming out in other avenues. I don't know. I've already spent fucking 20 minutes talking about this shit. Look, in the next 30 minutes, I guess, because again, I'm trying to keep these in an hour. I've got a fuck ton of videos of stuff that I've hated to watch recently. So in this long absence that I've taken, right, another one of the reasons that I'm even starting this project back up again is so that I can get some practice in, because I've had multiple people, right, reach out to me knowing what I've done before, people in my real life that have asked me about, and this is going to sound really crazy to the online crowd, but let me tell you guys something. There is a demographic, I'm talking about demographics again, particularly of, like, Gen Xers. Those seem to be the ones, like, my parents' age, right? Of people that have all reached out to me that I've helped over the last couple months, and I seem to be the resident person of authority in their life, right? When it comes to, okay, hey, what do I want to do to, what can I do to start a podcast, right? How do I do it? Like, and it seemed fairly obvious to me, right? Despite the fact that, you know, that's just my perspective, right? Despite the fact that, you know, it sounds obvious to me, but I also spent a fucking, like, year basically setting stuff up, practicing, getting my rhythm down. I've talked before about how, like, the very, very first set of podcasts I ever recorded, I was not comfortable enough sitting here in front of a microphone to do this. I had to fucking write a script out for everything just to talk to myself. Obviously, that has changed now, and there, years later, does anybody think I'm sitting here reading a fucking script right now? If so, please, you know, let me know, by the way, because I want some of the fucking delusion that you're running with. Please tell me. But, again, I happen to be like that, the resident authority figure in these people's lives, right? I seem to be the one that knows the most about whether it be like just generic audio stuff or like what it means to record a fucking video, which again sounds obvious to maybe you if you're like a hardcore interneter like me, right? And to me, it sounds obvious to us, right? But it's not as obvious to the people that, you know, live real fucking lives that are not on like, you know, the internet all the time, that don't like live on the internet, that are like kind of normies, I guess, right? Even though I've talked about my detest for the average common normie, like a lot of them are kind of in deeper on some levels, right? And so my dad was one of them, right? And I've had a few people reach out to me, like family, friends, stuff like that, to say, okay, what do I need? And so I found that some of the work that I've been doing, and I say work, even though it's not really work, it's because, you know, this is the stuff that I've come to love in life, right? And so the fact that it is work, but it doesn't really feel like work to me, makes me think that, you know, hey, wait a minute, this is an opportunity. What if I just like do this as a business? Like, what if I just start a fucking podcast management agency where, you know, I just do everything for the people that want to do it? So I don't know. I'm looking into that. I'll probably be doing that for people soon. And so in order to do that successfully, I've got to really, really hone in my skills, not just at doing it myself, but also the background work that comes with it, because there's a lot of work into it too, especially when you're like a one-person operation like me. Like, look, I'm my own fucking producer, I'm my own editor, I'm my own like every one of those roles, right? I do every single thing involving this podcast, between all the social medias, like uploading everything. I do all of that shit myself, right? And even explaining that process to people that like just kind of want to get into it, it's a lot, honestly. I've even thought about just saying, like, look, I'll handle all this stuff, but why am I not doing it and making money from it too? Like, why am I not doing it as a business, right? That's just fucking obvious. Or at least it seems like it to you, where you don't have like your own personal self-worth attached to what you're doing, right? But I don't know. So that's in the works. I'm thinking about doing all that stuff that I do for them, between like helping them set stuff up and taking it a step further. Like, you know what? I'll be that person that I always wish I had, right? Back in the day, I always wish I was a person that could just like sit there and be the talent, quote unquote, right? And just do the thing. Just sit in front of the microphone, talk, starts, press the record button. In fact, I don't even press the record. I don't even want to have to be the person that presses the fucking record button. I want somebody to do that for me. So part of that realization came from like, wait a minute, what if I could just be that person that I wish I had, right? The person that literally handles everything in the background and lets my clients, for instance, just be the talent, right? You know, at the same time, it also, I will continue to do this though, too, where I do everything, because it's of course a personal project. And I always, this is going to sound maybe like fucking delusional, and it probably is delusional, but at the same time, I want a piece of that action too. But part of the reason that I ended the old project, the old like simulation radio project that was on this YouTube channel before this, is because there came a point where I started to really like hate and detest all of that background work, between like the editing and the video editing and the uploading and the social media management and doing all of that shit. But, you know, I've come to realize now that I should feel blessed to even A, know those skills, and B, like have an opportunity in this fucking godforsaken world to have a skill and to be able to develop that skill, and to go on the journey of like increasing, to use a Scott Adams term here, like to increasing my skill stack, right? And to get better at a whole bunch of different tangentially related things that, I just never, it was stupid as fuck of me. It was really, really stupid. Probably the stupidest fucking mindset that I've ever had was hating all of that background stuff between, editing, post-show work, pre-show work, show prep, all that bullshit. Stupidest fucking mental mode that I've ever been in is to hate all of that stuff. But now I'm starting to realize and I'm starting to like learn to love all of that stuff because I'm just like, I'm falling in love with the idea of building up that skill set, right? Because the more I do it, the better I get at it. And those are all very, very transferable skills to stuff that I could actually make money from. And, I've always, I'm not actually that smart of a person, right? I'm kind of an idiot, but at the same time, like, I would be a really, really big fucking idiot to have all of these skills and not like use them to a greater ends, right? So I don't know. I'm reviving this project. All the skills that I've worked on over the last 5 years or so, finally figuring out how to like put them to good use. And for that, I'm falling in love with the process. The process is kind of cool. I'm enjoying learning new skills, and I'm thankful for that opportunity to God or, I'll just stop there. I am thankful though for the opportunity to even have a functioning enough brain to be able to fathom some of these skills and to even develop them. I'm grateful for the opportunity in this world to have these skills, to continue to develop them, and for even the opportunity to continue to learn more about them. So you know what? That's just how it is. Wow. This was supposed to be the haterade episode. I was supposed to spew fucking vile hatred and misery and just blow everything up. But thankfully we have a second half to get to because... Oh, by the way, before I get off this topic, there's a story that I want to tell that, like, I think this was, how your mind sometimes, and let me know if this has ever happened to you. I said that I hated fucking appealing to everybody, but, just, I'll do the right thing here and do the call to action, right? The standard trope. The standard podcast trope, the call to action, right? This is the part where people would tell you to go fucking click on the subscribe button. Don't forget to follow and like. Oh, God, that hurts my fucking throat doing that shit. Let me try it again. Let's rewind. Deep breaths. This is where people would say, don't forget to follow and like and subscribe and leave a comment. But seriously though, if you're, let me know if your brain has ever like been in this mode, right? And there's this concept called like synchronicities, right? And as I've gotten more in tune with like how I feel towards God, right? And just the forces that govern our reality, right? It's led me more to believe that there's no such thing as coincidence, right? I've always had this somewhat kind of pseudo-belief that there was no such thing as coincidences. But lately, when I've learned more about the term synchronicities, right, which is where, maybe you're thinking about something and then you'll come across something in your life that just so happens to speak directly to that thing that you were thinking about or that thing that was just so bothersome in your head, right? And so one of the synchronicities that happened to come that even caused me to like reboot the show again and come out with episode number 5, which, by the way, a few months ago after episode 4, I recorded what I thought would be the first half of episode 5, and it included it included a continuation of that fucking AI bit, which it's over, by the way. Like, what was his name? Also, where's my algorithm sound effect? What was his name? Oh, yeah, it was Mr. 4000. God, not only was the first one terrible, and I'm sorry that everybody had to listen to that episode, but I recorded a second segment of that bit, And that will never, ever, ever see the light of day because it was just so fucking terrible. And especially now that AI has gotten so much better and I was just way too lazy to like go down the rabbit hole in AI. It's not happening, man. I'll find some other fucking bit to do at some point in the future. But one of those synchronicities happened when I was really racking my brain about whether or not I just wanted to completely drop like podcasting / radio / audio stuff for good, despite the fact that, you know, I put 5 years of my life into it already, is I had an experience. There's this store around here. There's a very famous like kind of butcher shop, which again, if I say the name of, I want to say their name so fucking bad because they're such a good place and they're famous around the area if you know it. But again, don't want to get doxxed, even though it's inevitable one day. But I went there, right? And it's a place that advertised on the radio a lot. Like, it was very heavy in the talk radio listening demographic, right? And so I went there. I was just kind of walking around looking at meats and looking at they have these really good spreads too that they make like in-house. Oh, they're so fucking good. There's this beer cheese spread, and then there's like this oh god, I don't remember what it was. It was some kind of berry spread that went really good on like waffle crackers. Oh, it was so good. I almost bought one if it wasn't more expensive than I wanted to spend at the time. But I overheard a conversation between one of the guys that was working the meats, working the chops, working the fucking butching. He was, I don't know. There was a guy back there that was like slicing the meats and shit, and some guy who is the stereotypical radio demographic listener, right? Whether it be either the fucking do nothing, self-important, like redneck type guy that always like calls in or leaves messages, and he always sounds like this, right? Always sounds like this. Hey guys, it's a great show you got going on here. It's a great show. Listen, I just want to give you a piece of advice about the radio business, right? Because I listen to it all the time. I listen to them all the time. Yeah, right. God, I don't even know how to keep that fucking voice going. Also, it hurts too. But it's that like inflated sense of self-importance that they have because they think they know better than the people that are actually there working behind the fucking microphone. Like, what kind of fucking self-inflated ego do you have to have? And you know what, the personalities at these radio stations would all agree with me, by the way. Look, Sean, every time you get a fucking dispatch about some guy that's like trying to give you advice about how to run the fucking show, like, I get it. Like, I get it. How many times do you sit there and just fucking hold your head in your hands and go, God, what the fuck are you people on? And, you know, it's all the same fucking type of people, too. It's all the same type of people that, like, fucking sit around and either do nothing all day or they have jobs where they keep in mind, I used to be one of these people, by the way. So one of the personality traits, I'll get back to this story in a second. One of the personality traits that I hate the most are people that like represent old parts of me that I've grown out of that these people just have not seemed to have figured out how to grow out of. Like really, really bad, like awkward autistic people. For some reason, I have, because I don't get me wrong, I haven't fully developed out of that, but at the same time, I made significant progress in the last, like, again, 5 years or so, even since I've started doing the show, right? But one of my biggest hatreds are people that, and maybe this is a narcissistic trait, in fact, it probably is, are people that develop negative personality traits that I used to have that I've grown out of, right? It's like fucking fat people. It's why I hate fat people so goddamn much, right? Like, I used to weigh 100 pounds more than I did. And you know what? My mom's side of the family is really bad about this, where they ask me, so how did you lose all that weight? It's called fucking diet and exercise. I decided that, you know what, it's okay to fucking be hungry sometimes. You don't always have to be fucking shoveling food in your fat fucking face. I'm not talking to them specifically. I'm talking about people that are fat, that ask people that have lost a fuck ton of weight, so how did you do it? It's because I ate fucking below maintenance calories every day and I went to the fucking gym. It's that easy. It's that fucking easy, man. God, I guess the haterade is really starting to come out now. But, so I listened to this guy that at the meat shop, at the butcher shop, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. It's not exactly that. It's like a specialty meat place. It has meat in the store title, so that's what I'm assuming it is. Oh, God. And this guy was one of those exact type of people. The voices that I did earlier. He's like, yeah, man, I listen to the radio all the time. I know you guys advertise with them. Like, the guy working behind the fucking counter is one of the people that's responsible for the fucking sponsorship. Like, the guy behind the counter doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't give a fuck about anything that you're saying. And that's the audience. That's the fucking audience. Those are the people that listen to radio, right? And that's when I decided in that moment that, you know what, I can do what I want to do without trying to appeal to those people. It's that easy. You know, maybe I just appeal to a fucking certain select breed of internet autists, and you know what, that's it. That's how it's going to go. And I don't have to fucking kill brain cells. I don't have to fucking put a gun to my head, shoot out a whole bunch of fucking brain cells in order to, like, just fucking chimp out and appeal to all the lowest common denominators in society. I don't want to do that. So I'm not going to. I decided in that moment that it was possible, actually, even though that should be like a black pill kind of experience. That, you know, hey, you're seeing this demographic live in real time, even though you know that's what their demographic is. You're seeing it live out there on the street in real life. There it is, right there. Excuse me. So, yeah, that's what I've decided. Is that, you know, I'm either gonna drop it completely or take it to the next level. And it's going to be that one. All right, I'm going to take a break. And when we come back, look, it'll be seamless for you guys since this is a podcast. Ooh. Yeah. Look, as soon as the break happens, it's going to come right back. It'll be like nothing ever happened. Just trust me.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I get it.
Who the hell
All right.
cares?
Too much behind the scenes. Sure, fine. Back in a moment. All right. I'm back. I'm tired of fucking doing rejoins. That's one of the things that I was adopting from terrestrial radio, again, quote unquote, that I'm done with. It's kind of cringe. I just don't want to do it anymore. Fuck it. Plus, you know, I tend to be better when I just want to start fucking talking anyway. Anyway, so now that we're back, we've got a little bit of time left over. You know, as long as we don't go over an hour and a half. What does this segment have to be? Max, like 40, 45 minutes? I don't even fucking remember how long the last one was. Even though I just went out and took a walk. Just to get my head in the fucking game, man. Because that's what we're going to do. We're going to play a little bit of a game here. Now, I'll start by explaining part of what I've been doing the last couple months is, you know, at least half of that time was spent in just complete darkness, right? And one of the aspects of doing that is like you retreat into comfort, right? Before I refigured out, even though I knew that was the answer the whole time, is you can't really do that. But part of one of the things that always sparked an insane level of hatred and anger in me was one of the things that I couldn't really escape from in one of my depression habits, right? which is I watch a lot of Twitch right now. Keep in mind, I don't watch like big fucking Twitch streamers and XQC and fucking Pokimane and whoever the hell else is on there that do fucking stupid ass Zoomer shit where they don't even realize that like React content is React content, even though, by the way, we're literally about to do React content. Don't get me wrong, the irony is not lost on me here, people, but at the same time, one of the things that I hated the most about it was because since I watched primarily on mobile, where I could not ad block the Twitch app on mobile. I know that there's ways you could do it, but I was always too fucking lazy to actually like do any of them. So one of the things on Twitch that annoys the shit out of me, it annoys the ever-living fuck out of me, are all of the ads on Twitch, right? Now, don't get me wrong. Twitch is obviously, especially now that they're owned by Amazon, just the greedy mega corporation that knows nothing about their demographic and just wants to like fucking, especially now with the new ad incentive program where like the streamers can't even pick when they run ads. They just fucking run ads whenever, even if it's in the middle of a fucking game. The thing that I watch on Twitch, by the way, is mostly esports. That's pretty much it. And maybe I'll keep up with some of the games that I enjoy, that I formerly enjoyed playing, but now just enjoy watching because I really fucking hate playing games now, honestly. I'm getting too fucking old to have, like, game mechanics. Like, something about the hand-eye coordination between, like, my brain telling my hands to do something and my hands actually doing it, whether it be even on a controller. Look, I realize I'm a fucking dirty American and probably, like the rest of you dirty Americans, grew up on console games. Even then, my muscle memory on fucking a console controller is starting to fade too. Let alone, you know, mouse and keyboard, where I was never really good. The only games I still play are like strategy games, like TFT, to be honest. I'm about to finally hit Master this season, which, honestly, as soon as I'm done recording this episode, I got a few more games, but I'm also getting throttled by my internet provider at peak hours. So I can't play the fucking game. Hello? Comcast, Xfinity? Hello? Anybody? Is anybody in there? Somebody help me out.
Listen, you son of a bitch. What the fuck's your problem?
That's what I'm saying, Comcast. Come on. Help me out here. I just want to play TFT at fucking 9:30 at night. Is that too much to ask? But anyway, so on Twitch, these ads are so fucking annoying. And there are a couple of them in particular that are so fucking annoying because A, they play all the time, and B, they just have no idea who their demographic is. And also, they're a prime example of like some of the cultural rot that we are experiencing in the world. And unfortunately, it turns out that since gamers, you know, I say gamers because, you know, that's who they think that the target demographic is just they know the term gamer as like a fucking marketing linchpin, and it's just a marketing keyword, right? They know nothing about what the average Twitch viewer wants to see, or maybe they do, and I'm just the one that's out of touch because I think all these commercials are cringe as fuck. I pulled up a few of them, and so we're gonna play a game. Chat, I fucking did it again. Anyway, so we're gonna play a game where we watch some of these commercials. You can hate them as much as I do. I'll spew the haterade, and we'll decide together who wants to be a hater. I doubt anybody can be as big of a hater as I am in this case, but you can try. Look, just play along, okay? And if you reach any sort of the same level of haterade that I'm at with these commercials, then, you know, that means that we fuck with each other, right? If you'll watch these commercials with me and you hate them, and if you think they're just as cringe as I do, then, you know what? I think it's just meant to be. It's meant to be, everybody. I'm going to try not to say chat this time, especially because we're watching fucking Twitch commercials. It's hard. How can I not say chat? There's a fucking Disguised Toast video in here where he does the whole streamer thing where you can see him on camera do the fucking cringe thing. I'm so goddamn tired of Disguised Toast, by the way. I'll get to more on that in a minute once we get to his video. It's so goddamn bad. It's so goddamn bad. And part of it's not even his fault. I know there's some fucking director in the background that's going, look, Disguised Toast, you got to look more like a gamer. You got to do the gamer motions, and you got to be a big gamer. It's like, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Please. So, all right, I've got some commercials here, and we've got the biggest offenders. And if you watch Twitch regularly, right, or at least maybe if you don't watch Twitch, but you watch like tangentially related gaming content, maybe, then you might see these commercials on other platforms too. I'm not sure. All I know is that I see them primarily on Twitch. And fortunately, well, unfortunately, but fortunately for you and me as we play this game, right, a lot of these companies have decided to upload their cringe videos to YouTube for some reason. I don't know why. Like, why do you put this on record? Why are you making this part of your official company record that you made this commercial? Shouldn't you want to strike this from the history books forever? Anyway, so we've got a couple of really cringe ones, right? Now, the first genre of cringe commercial here that we're dealing with is, you know, those type of commercial it's trying to reach the kids. It's trying to reach, hey, fellow kids. And there's a couple of them. One of them is a State Farm commercial, which, by the way, the fucking Jake from State Farm character, so goddamn terrible. The new one is so goddamn terrible. He's always like meant to be the straight man in every commercial, and they make all the customers that come up to Jake from State Farm, and they're all like the most fucking weenie millennial type, right? Where they take the most annoying millennial stereotypes and they unironically make them these characters. And we're going to get to some of them, and maybe you guys can tell me which one is your favorite, which one is the most cringe, which one deserves the most. I have no idea how we're going to score this game, by the way. Haters out of 10? Oh, no. Ooh, maybe hates out of 10. Okay. All right. Hates out of 10. I like it. No, wait. We're playing Who Wants to Be a Hater. I hate it. Anyway, so one of my least favorite cringe commercial genres, right, are the ones where, like I mentioned earlier, where what they'll do is they'll try and like recreate a meme. They'll try and recreate an internet meme so that they can appeal to the fellow kids, and that like the fucking 17-year-old Zoomer that's watching goes, oh, hee, I've seen that meme before. It's just like the meme. Ha, it's just like the meme. Ha, hee, tee, funny video. Ha, tee. Kill me now. Ah! I hate it. So we actually have two companies that are competing for the same cringe meme replication. And you'll know exactly which meme I'm talking about when I play some of these videos. In fact, let me put the first one goes to State Farm here. And unfortunately, if you are an audio-only listener, then you can just listen along. And maybe you have heard or seen these commercials on some of these platforms before. And so you can just, look, you can put pictures to words here. But if you're watching on YouTube, then I put these commercials up on the screen here so that you guys can watch along with me here. And all right, let's check out this one. This first one, and you'll know exactly what meme it's referencing almost right off the bat. And this one I can imagine was so fucking bad. Now let's check this out. State Farm. The first one that we're going to watch is a Jake from State Farm commercial, and we've got plenty of those. This one is so fucking bad that it is not even on the catalog of the Jake from State Farm commercials on the State Farm official YouTube channel, right? All the other terrible ones are, and we'll get to more of those in a little bit, right? But this one was so fucking terrible that the only video that I could find of it that's not on the official State Farm Insurance YouTube is one that somebody fucking recorded probably from their phone as they were watching the TV. And maybe it was just so goddamn terrible that State Farm even knew, look, this is a dud here, man. We cannot put this one on the record. We can't put it on the record. So let's dive into this first one here. Sorry about the terrible quality.
So, I talk to my plants like they're babies. Do you?
Of course. Okay. All right. Let's break this down a little bit here. Now, of course, we have typical fucking soy millennial right here with fucking soy beard and glasses, right? He goes, I talk to my plants like they're babies. And then he does the stupid fucking baby voice. Where's my gun sound effect? Kill me. Kill me now. Again, end it all right fucking now, please. Please, I don't want to live in this world anymore. If this is the target demographic. But we haven't even gotten to the best part, everybody, which is the meme. Haha, see, look, they did the meme. This company identifies with me. They really know me. They did the meme just like I like on the internet.
Turn it
up a little bit.
Hey, you don't have to get that personal to get the State Farm personal price plan.
Why is Jake from State Farm the only sane person in these commercials? Uh-oh, he's backing out. He's backing back into the plants. I wonder which meme I've seen that in before.
State Farm is there. Call or click to get a quote today.
No, I won't be doing that. Oh, shit. No, I will not be doing that. State Farm or Jake from State Farm. I apologize. No, I won't be doing that. So notice how, we had the stupid fucking soy millennial, like he did the Homer meme. If you guys have seen that meme, right? It's one of the classic OG fucking internet memes of all time, right? And I remember the exact episode that this is a classic fucking Simpsons episode, by the way. And it's one of the few times where the fact that it's become such a terrible meme, you know what? Episode's still good. I don't care. It's not like a lot of other things where terrible people's enjoyment of it makes me like it less. Nah, it's still all right. Still good. So, that was the State Farm entry, right? They did the meme. See, he did that soy millennial is just like me. He backed into the plants. Funny video. Blah, blah, blah. So wacky and low random. Picks up less spork. God, if my camera was on, you guys would see the absolute seething hatred. No, it's okay. We're keeping it together here, everybody. Look, if I gotta watch these, you gotta watch these too. If I've gotta watch these like 20 fucking times a day, add 1 out of 8 in the middle of a fucking esports game because Twitch decides to randomly fucking run ads in the middle of games. If I gotta watch them, you gotta watch them too, everybody. And that one was so goddamn bad that they didn't even put it on the State Farm commercial. So here's another commercial. It's on the official Verizon YouTube channel, right? And it looks like this is a package for the NFL Sunday ticket, right? Because of course, as we all know, we're in we're in mid-August right now in 2023. Look, I get that this is evergreen content, but to provide a little bit of context, if maybe you're listening to this like months from now, this is mid-August 2023, which means we are knee-deep in pre-season football, which how the fuck does anybody care about that at all? How does anybody care about preseason football at all? I don't know. I find it even hard to care about regular season sometimes. Don't get me wrong, like playoffs. Once playoffs comes around, that's when it's really time. Especially because that's during the off season of a lot of esports. So, once fucking playoffs start in NFL, oh baby. Time for the rough sports action. People throwing the ball. Catching the ball. Doing other stuff with the ball. Tackling people, I guess. It's awesome. It's fucking cool as shit. So we have the NFL Sunday ticket commercial from Verizon. And I guess this is for a YouTube package, right? That one of the big things that is coming out this upcoming season, I suppose, from what I can gather here, is that, and let me know if I'm wrong about this. Maybe I'm just getting the facts completely fucking wrong here. But apparently, isn't this going to be the first season where you can get the NFL Sunday ticket on YouTube TV, which, by the way, is expensive as fuck. And I'm surprised that their target demographic would be able to afford any of this. But, let me turn this one on. This is also on the screen here for YouTube people. Put it right up on here. Again, if you're audio-only listeners, then I'll try and narrate it, unless you've seen this commercial already. I don't know. Let's check it out.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
There you go, yeah.
Your plan to watch the game today?
Okay, so here's what's happening here. Right? You're not going to be able to hear this part. This part's not going to be clear. Now, of course, the guy's like, yeah, booyah, here you go. I fucking love sports, man. I got my bowl of chips. That's what everybody fucking does when they watch sports, is got chips and beer and bacon. It's football, baby. What's football without just fucking raw bacon? I don't know how that's related at all. Also, my voice still hurts if I'm doing that. Anyway, so what's happening here is we got the generic fucking jock sports guy sitting in a nice looking house. He's watching NFL and he's doing the whole, I'm got my sports team. Let's fucking go, baby. And then there's a guy also with a bowl of chips out here, but he's doing the same thing as the fucking State Farm soy millennial. This guy also has a fucking millennial beard too. I don't know why. I fucking hate beards, by the way. On some people, not on all people. Like, it depends on your physiognomy, right? If some people can pull it off, some people can't. Some people you can just tell they're soy beards, and some people are, they do well with it, right? I'm not hating on that. Trust me, there's so much more stuff to hate on in these fucking videos. So there's a guy, again, millennial soy beard with a bowl of chips for some reason, because everybody's got to be fucking consuming food the whole fucking time. Of course. He's sitting out there, and then another guy in a sports jersey pops out and goes, hey, what you doing, basically? And that's
yeah, I have to watch my neighbor's NFL Sunday ticket.
It's not your best plan, but you know what it is? My plan from Verizon. Switch now and they'll give you NFL Sunday ticket from YouTube TV on them.
This plan is amazing.
Another amazing plan? Backing away from here very slowly.
Uh-oh. Look at that. Oh, they back into the bushes again.
Josh Allen.
Mm-hmm. For a limited time, get NFL Sunday ticket from YouTube TV.
Oh, I didn't even realize that. Oh, it was Josh Allen that popped out of the bushes. I wonder they better have paid Josh Allen a fucking fortune for this, for him to be this cringe. I expect better out of you, Josh Allen. Oh, we got to play the money shot again.
Another amazing plan? Backing away from here very slowly.
Josh Allen.
Mm-hmm. For a limited time, get NFL.
No, I'm not giving you the plug there. First, why is it that most sports players are terrible actors when it comes to endorsements? I've noticed that there's only a few key exceptions. LeBron's one of them. LeBron usually does pretty well in endorsement commercials, and people like Peyton and Eli Manning both, because they have that level of showmanship to them that's not just about football, I suppose. But there's only a key select group of people that seem to do well. And I don't know how many endorsement deals Josh Allen has gotten before this, but I can't imagine that it's been a lot, right? Because he's probably just easing into the endorsement game, right? Maybe this was his first one. This was his first endorsement, and then all of a sudden next year he's gonna be fucking Subway spokesperson, sports person, whatever. Number fucking 28 or however many they've got on the roster. All right, so that was that particular genre of look, we did the meme, haha, aren't we so relatable? Isn't our company brand so relatable to the kids, man? Terrible. So, all right, let me know which one wins that category. Which one wins the hey fellow kids, we did the meme category? Which one was more cringe? Was it the State Farm fucking millennial soy beard backing out, or was it the guy that I didn't realize was Josh Allen at first, coaxing the poor millennial that's eating a bowl of chips for some reason? The NFL Sunday ticket YouTube TV commercial. Let me know. That's the first face-to-face face-off in Who Wants to Be a Hater-Millionaire. If you couldn't tell, we are totally winging it as we go along. In Who Wants to Be a Hater, round 2. And we go over, as we enter round 2 of Who Wants to Be a Hater, to Papa John's, fellas, as my voice totally breaks as I introduce the Papa John's Cringe category. And we have 2 contestants in the Papa John's Cringe category. We have got Disguised Toast, who you may know and love or hate, famous fucking generic Twitch streamer, who's another stupid-ass Zoomer that just does stuff on Twitch. By the way, the reason that I said earlier that I'm so fucking tired of Disguised Toast is he also has, I follow League of Legends esports very, very heavily, and he bought a team that competed in basically like the amateur circuit, what could be considered as, look, in League, the amateur circuit is something else. In League, the amateur circuit is like, in North America at least, is like the 3rd tier of competition. The 2nd tier of competition before, like, you know, the Pro League is like, it's what's called the Challenger League, right? And so since the main, like, Pro League is a franchised league where, you know, you have to buy in and it works like kind of like the NFL, even though Riot just totally fucked that up. I'm not even going to go into that at all. That's not even the point of this. But Disguised Toast has a team. He bought a team. He named it Disguised, and their branding is just so fucking bad. He tried to do like the ironic, look, we don't have a lot of money, so our team logo is just Microsoft Paint, where I drew D and S and G, and then all of our jerseys are fucking irony, like stick figure paint drawings of their teammates, and it's like, come on, can you not take it seriously at least a little bit? Go on fucking Fiverr and pay some guy to make something that even kind of looks a little bit legitimate. Terrible, terrible branding, and I hate it. I'm just tired of the whole fucking Disguised Toast vibe. I'm tired of it. But this is surely not going to quell my hatred. So we'll start with that one. And if you remember, I haven't tried this yet, by the way. And the sad part is that I actually, if it's still around, maybe my next cheat day will be trying this. But I want to try the Papa John's Papadilla. All the other commercials that even aren't Disguised Toast, and DJ Khaled, which he's the 2nd contestant, right? We'll get to him in just a moment. But sidebar, one of the things that I really hate about those commercials is how they get like the fucking spiciest Latina to do the voiceover. It's like, only at Papa John's we got the spiciest fucking. I don't even know how to do it. I don't even know what she even fucking says, because it's just such fucking generic consumer slop that she's trying to say. But of course, you know, it gets people going. It gets them going because it's a spicy Latina telling you to go fucking shovel a papadilla into your fucking mouth, which I bet you it is not as big as the commercial makes it seem. It's probably like regular calzone size. But no, when I'm getting Papa John's, when I'm getting one of those fucking papadilla things, I want a goddamn full fucking medium-sized pizza thing folded in fucking half. The point of Papa John's is to pig out, man. It's to pig out. So anyway, we are kind of running out of time here. So here in the next category, in the Papa John's, the spiciest only at Papa John's. So here it is. Let me put this back up on the screen here for the YouTube watchers. Again, if you're audio only, look, I'm telling you, if you're audio only, you'll still be able to you'll feel the cringe through your fucking earbuds. I promise you'll feel it. Just trust me on this. Trust me.
Wait. You guys know that the Doritos Ranch Papadilla was my idea, right?
Right. And he's doing the fucking thing to her. Like, he takes the mic and like leans into it. Like, look at me. I'm a streamer. I'm a fucking streamer. Like, hey, chat, guess what? I'm streaming right now. I'm consuming things. I made it fucking... I hate it. I fucking hate Twitch culture so goddamn much. But again, that's why we're playing Who Wants to Be a Hater. Can anybody hate greater than I? Okay, maybe Dom can, but okay, that's for League people and nobody else. If you don't get it, just move on. Just move on. Dom, though, maybe we're on competing haterade levels. Dom only hates fucking League people, though. I hate everything and everybody. You know, I'm just gonna say it right now, Dom. I'm a bigger hater. Come at me. Oh God! What is? Oh, by the way, we'll get to this with the DoorDash commercials too. You know how all these gamer companies that advertise on Twitch, or these like fucking food companies, they make it seem like that the solution to all your problems is just bam, you push the button, and they make it so fucking exaggerated too. When you push the button, it's like I pushed the fucking delivery button. That just means I got all my comfort. And now we're gaming. All right. I'll stop talking over the commercial now. He's leaning into it like a fucking gamer. He's doing the exaggerated gamer movements. Like, oh yeah, moving my shoulders. Now he's reaching into the...
Told ya.
Oh, God. God, kill me. It's terrible. Terrible. Okay, so that was the disguised toast entry in the Papa John's category. Now, okay, who did it better, right? Now, did Disguised Toast invent the papadilla? Clearly, none of these fucking endorse it. Or that's the key here, right? Is I would like to think that anybody with a brain knows this. It's straight up just level 1 in the analyzing cringe marketing, right? Is if there's any Zoomer out there that actually takes this marketing seriously and goes, oh my God, did Disguised Toast invent the papadilla? No, he fucking didn't. Neither did DJ Khaled, as we're about to get to. All he's going to do is he's going to fucking waddle his fat fucking arms around and do the DJ Khaled thing. Like, and another one, and another one. It invented the papadilla. Oh my God. If the camera was... Dude, if I turned the camera on for this show, I would get canceled, as if I'm not already going to get canceled by doing the fucking spicy Latina voice. Only. It's kind of hard to do, except unless you're like really into it. Only at Papa John's. Fucking kill me. You'll get to hear it a little bit in the DJ Khaled commercial. Anyway, all right. Who did it better, folks?
The Doritos Cool Ranch Papadilla. It's the best idea ever.
Whoa.
Whoa.
The Doritos Cool Ranch Papadilla
was my idea.
My idea.
Whoa,
I invented that on a jet ski. Instead of doing donuts on the water like the other guys, I do triangles. Like Doritos, chips, and pizza. Then it hit me.
Shut the fuck up.
Doritos and Papa John's.
Look at him. He's just fucking waggling his fat fucking arms around going, look at me. I did it on a jet, man. Papa John's paid me fucking millions of dollars to... Probably, I'm assuming. To plug this fucking product. I still, by the way, despite the cringe marketing, still kind of want to try the papadilla. Haven't tried it yet. Even though Papa John's has that fucking garlic stuffed crust pizza that's out now, too, that also looks pretty good. Oh, man, I haven't had pizza in a while. Fuck. This is bad. I already ate all my calories today. I'm definitely not doing it, though. I'm full as fuck, man. It sounds good, but no. All right, let's give DJ Khaled another chance here.
On a jet ski. Instead of doing donuts on the water like the other guys, I do triangles. Like Doritos, chips, and pizza. Then it hit me. Doritos and Papa John's.
What? Then it hit you. I was on a jet ski and I was doing whatever the fuck he just said. I'm really not paying attention because I'm just paying attention to how fucking fat and annoying he is. He's the fucking waddling around doing the DJ Khaled thing. Oh, look at me. I'm fucking DJ Khaled. I cannot even do this fucking stupid ass voice.
Welcome world. Another one.
Oh, God, there it is. Another one. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Shut
up.
Yeah,
I did that.
Genius.
Yeah, genius. Look at me. I'm fucking genius. I hate it. I hate it. Sorry. That's background music for when I'm getting other work done. I don't know why that's supposed to be my next YouTube video. Okay. All right. Finally, we have a couple of... we're not going to watch any of the rest of the cringe State Farm commercials, even though I hate all of them. Spoiler alert, the main character, the customer, like I said earlier, in every fucking Jake from State Farm commercial is some fucking cringe millennial that either like, but what if I have questions and I can't call my mommy about my insurance? I gotta call my mommy. I got questions about my insurance. And then fucking Jake from State Farm, like, pats him on the head and goes, now, sweet 1993 child. It's okay. You don't have to call your mommy. The State Farm app has all of your answers, and you can ask your agent anything. There, we got them all out of the way, right there. Thank fucking God. All right, and we got 9 minutes left. So we have got the final category in who did the cringe best, in who wants to be a hater. We, of course, I saved the best for last and the cringiest for last. We've got the DoorDash commercials. They're the ones that I see the most on Twitch. They're the ones that are always the most terrible. They always make me want to put a gun to my fucking brain every time I see them. Every time 1 out of 8, 3 minutes of ads comes on, and 4 of them are fucking DoorDash commercials. They're all terrible. They're all terrible. And of course, they're all probably from fucking streamers that nobody's ever heard of, except for some generic Zoomer on Twitch that, like, watches Twitch for the fucking personality streamers. I don't get it. I don't get it, man. Does anybody that watches fucking Hassan, like, have a brain, by the way? If you took everybody that watched Hassan collectively and, like, put all of their brains in one person, do you think that that would equal, like, one real person? I don't even think so. I think if you even put fucking Hassan's brain in that like fucking conglomeration of a person, I still don't even think that would be a real brain. Still don't think so. So anyway, had to throw a little jab at Hassan there because he's a fucking... We'll get to that. We'll get to that. Just trust me. If you unironically like Hassan, then I don't know what to tell you. Don't have a brain. But anyway, and if you don't know who I'm talking about, then good. Keep it that way. You're better off. Trust me. So the final category in who wants to be a hater is, of course, the DoorDash commercials. And this is what I was talking about earlier when I said that DoorDash is the biggest offender of this, where what they'll do is in their cringe commercial that, of course, make sure that you know that you're a gamer and you do DoorDash to stay in your game. And if you don't use DoorDash, then you'll actually have to get up and fucking go use the fucking toilet rather than call mom over with the bucket. Mom! And then Cartman just fucking shits in the bucket. If you get that reference, we'll leave it there. We'll leave it there. That's just how it's going to be, man. That's how it's going to be. We'll leave it right there. As we get these DoorDash commercials. Peak millennial/Zoomer advertising content right here. Because it's marketed to gamers, man. Gamers. I just love being targeted as a gamer. Aren't we all just gamers trying to stay in the game, man? Because if I decide, God forbid, I decide to get up and actually go make some fucking food, then I'll be out of the game for 1 fucking minute. All right, here's the first one. We have, excuse me. You know what? Not excuse me. I don't care. So we have 2 fucking influencers that I've never heard of for this first one. We've got Big Cheese and Caustic Phoenix. This is the first stay in your game DoorDash commercial. Again, never fucking heard of these people in my life. Don't know who they are. I'm assuming they're probably fucking, generic Twitch streamers with multicolored hair for some reason. Why does every fucking Twitch streamer have a stupid fucking hair color? You're all mentally ill. The whole demographic, you're all fucking mentally ill, I swear to God. Just throw that bomb in there.
That was rough. Why don't you just take the night off?
So they're taking turns playing games with each other, right? And the generic diversity hire number 1 loses the game. And so he goes on DoorDash and slams the order now button and gets like fucking... Oh, hold on. Wait, we need to go back. Even though I've seen this commercial literally like 1,000 fucking times, I almost forgot. What did he say?
That was rough. Why don't you just take the night off?
That was rough. Why don't you take the night off? And so he goes on DoorDash. Who does this, by the way? Does anybody actually fucking do this for real? So he goes on DoorDash, finds a fucking candle, and then presses order now. Slam the button. And then some fucking DoorDash idiot delivers a candle to her house, and that's supposed to be the equivalent of like millennial shit talking. It's supposed to be kind and nice and good, clean fun. Get it?
Your game's looking weak.
And now fucking blue-haired female streamer. Now, all right, so next round, she wins the game, right? And so now she's going on DoorDash and going, your game looks a little weak, right? But, you know, rather than fucking get up and go buy any of these things, maybe get outside, go fucking touch some grass and go to the store, what she does is she gets what looks like protein powder, I guess. She slams the choo-choo order it now button. Dun, dun, dun.
You could use a little help leveling up.
Ooh. Terrible acting.
Your game stinks. You're gonna need these.
Your game stinks. So he sends her perfume. Now we see this poor woman.
With DoorDash.
All right. So that was the first one. That was, this is the level of advertising that we're dealing with here, people. I'm telling you, look, this is it, man. This is what they think of you. If you're a fucking gamer or a Twitch watcher, this is what these marketing firms think about you. This is what they think your intelligence level is like. They think this is what you do. Are you going to sit back and take that? Are you going to sit back and accept that? Gamers? Huh? Anyway. All right, here's the next one. Also, two people I've never fucking heard of in my entire life. Anthony Kong Fan and DJ Knight. Never heard of these people before. Again, probably generic Twitch streamers. Who fucking knows?
Get right, son. Maybe this will help with the sting.
You see the pattern here, right? I'm ordering DoorDash as a form of shit talk.
Your game's looking a bit slow.
Oh shit. Oh man, we got to watch it again because I forgot to put it on the screen. The YouTube and the audio only people were equal for a brief moment. I'm sorry, everybody. We have to do it again. We have to go back. I know. I didn't mean to. I'm sorry. Deepest apologies. Most sincere. Here it is again.
Get right, son. Maybe this will help with the sting.
Will it? It's a care package. First aid kit. No. You're not going to beat me this time. Not you, streamer.
Here, let me help you clean that up.
Your game's looking sloppy. Here's some cleaning supplies. God, Jesus fucking Christ. And there's the poor grocery store woman again.
Stay in your game with DoorDash.
Stay in your game with DoorDash. Just stay in your game with DoorDash. God. All right. I'm honestly, I'm almost at a loss. Like, I've watched these commercials 1,000 times, come up with so many fucking monologues about all this stuff, but, you know, now that you guys have seen it, and you guys have seen how terrible it is, just, who wins that category? Who wins? I almost can't do this anymore. I can't do it, man. I can't do it! It is so fucking terrible. This is what they think of you. This is what they think of us. So who wins the DoorDash category in Who Wants to Be a Hater? You know what? This game actually, it came together fairly well. We had 3 categories, 2 videos in each category. We got there, man. So also among the 6 videos that we examined, which one of them takes the cake amongst all 3 of the categories? Which one was the most top tier cringe content that is worth hating? That was the absolutely most terrible video of them all. And also who won the 2 category or the 3 categories too. So I guess being a host entails doing a good call to action. So there it is. Which one was the best, or I guess in this case, the worst of those videos? This is an idea of some of the hatred that I've had fucking boiling up inside me the last couple months. Look, I gotta let it out, man. It's catharsis. As a matter of fact, I feel much better now. In fact, I'll probably watch Twitch as I'm falling asleep tonight and see some of these commercials. They will not faze me at all. They won't faze me at all. Funny how that works, right? You let it out one time and it's good. It's nice. All right, so that'll do it for episode number 5. Next time we'll talk about fucking God knows what. Who knows? But stay on the ride. Also, I might delete X/Twitter soon. I don't know yet. I'm starting to hate it as much as all the other social medias. But in the meantime, that's the only one that I'm on, right? It is at Lighthouse_SJ on Twitter. Or X, I guess. Come on, Elon. This is going to take a while to get used to. Again, I still don't hate it, by the way. Even though I kind of hate what the algorithm has become. Turns out that mindlessly consuming content is bad. So that's it. All right, I got to get the fuck out of here before this video gets to longer than an hour and a half long and it becomes unpostable to Twitter/X. So that'll do it for episode 5. See y'all next time. Who the fuck knows what we're going to talk about? We'll do some other fun stuff, though. Trust me. Trust me. If you made it this far, love you. God bless. Bye.
Wrong.
Oh yeah, I guess follow, like, and subscribe too. If you must.
Do I look like I know what a JPEG is?